What's up, people? Jeff here, BurmDonor Pythons. Today is my favorite day, or not so favorite day. It's cleaning day. I got probably 15 Burmese pythons, 15 balls, an alligator. Gotta clean everybody. We got urates, pee, poop, food messes. These guys just ate over the weekend. We're gonna pull everybody out, change their substrate, their paper, their water, do all that good stuff. Hang in there. Let's do some cleaning. Let's go. To start cleaning, of course, I need trash bag. Don't need a snake hook because I start with my small rack. This is actually my baby rack. Right now it's holding a few baby ball pythons and 2 baby burms until we upgrade to another rack system like these here. I start with these to get them done. They're quick, they're easy. It's a paper towel, it's a water bowl, it's in and out, and then we'll move on to the bigger stuff. So let's get started. To start, we have a little female burm. If you can see in here, she is a wonderful normal with some super special heads. Simple enclosure here, just a paper towel. They got back heat, little water bowl. But as you can see, she has some little urates in there. If you want to get a, can you get a zoom in on that? Those are what we don't want. So we're going to clean her out. Her paper towel has a little bit of pee, some urates. What I do here is I take the snake, just kind of hold it. Take the paper towel. Do a little. Should have been a basketball player. So, the paper towel's out. I will take a disinfectant. It's diluted with water. Give it a spray. Take an extra paper towel. I don't like to get anything on the snake. So I just give it a wipe out. Make sure it's all nice and clean. And then we put a paper towel back in. So that animal is clean. Next, we will change out her water bowl. These are little crocks, stone crocks I use. Pick them up cheap at reptile shows, at your local pet stores, or a couple bucks a piece. I got a whole bin of them, but they're nice. They're heavy. They don't tip over. That's why I use these. Fresh H2O. She likes to come out. She'll probably pop her head out again. There she is. And that little girl's all clean. Now that the baby rack is all clean and they're happy, I'm happy, I got more snakes to clean. I got 7 adult ball pythons and 3, I would say, they're not babies, but they're not adults or sub-adults. They're like maybe yearling Burmese pythons, maybe 6-7 months. Guys I picked up this year at shows, local shows and stuff, so I'm going to get started on them and get them cleaned out. We're that much closer to the big guys. So we hit a little speed bump. This is what I call a extremely dirty cage. Can we get a shot of this enclosure here? So we have urates, we have poop, pee, and a dirty snake. So this is what I call the works. This is when you got to get in there, you got to hit them with the spray, the wipe down, the whole nine. So this guy's going to take a little bit of time. This is our Butterbee Clown. He is a stud, and we're going to get him all cleaned up, but that is a messy snake. Another speed bump here. This is our albino pie that I talked about earlier. She decided to poop and go through it. And when a snake does that, this is what you get. That's right, folks. She has poop all down the side of her, big poop in the corner, some pee. It's a mess. She's nasty. I'm going to show you how to get that poop off of that snake. So, to do this, I just take a damp paper towel. It's not soaked or nothing, it's just damp, and I'll pick the snake up and just very nicely just rub that poop off of her, because she's so beautiful. You don't want this kind of mess all over her. See, that comes right off. She's too pretty to be covered in this, but she is messy. She's all cleaned up, and I am going to get cleaning this bin. We got the small rack, the baby rack, whatever you want to call it. We have the small burms, the ball pythons clean. Now it's my personal favorite, the burms. We are BurmDonor pythons, and these guys are my favorite. I've had Burmese pythons since I was 5 or 6 years old. My parents had them. I had no idea there was a snake industry. This was back in 95, 6, early 2000s. We always had pet snakes, and then I got older. Naturally, I fell in love with these big puppy dogs. So behind me, we have 2 males, 2 females. We're gonna be cleaning the males today. They just ate, they have a mess. There's some blood in there from some frozen thawed animals. Change your water out. But the girls, we have an ivory, granite, and a green female. They just ate this evening. So we are going to let them relax, rest, and digest that meal. So let's get started on cleaning my personal favorite, the Burmese pythons. For these sub-adult or adult, whatever you want to call him, this guy's actually breeding this year. He's an albino green. We call him Tang, like the old juice pouches. We love him. We picked him up at a local show. He's a sweet boy. We're going to get him all cleaned up. So if you want to come over here, check out how I clean them. So these enclosures are 4-foot PVC. Obviously, these guys will outgrow these enclosures, but at this size, it is plenty of room. I run Vivarium electronic heat panels, got LEDs, shout out Reptile Tubs, check them out. But beautiful cages. For these guys, I run paper, printless newspaper. You can get on Amazon. Just this stuff here, very easy to pull in and out. It holds humidity if you missed it. It's very nice. It's easy to clean. That's why these enclosures are so clean.
Alright, so the man of the hour, the albino Burmese python. This snake is the future of BurmDonor pythons. He has been with multiple ladies this year. We're making some beautiful heads, hopefully, if all goes well. He is our albino pied. He is my dream come true. Look at that pattern. Just gorgeous animal. I held my first albino, well, it was actually just a pied at the Hamburg Reptile Show. It was Serpents by Design. They had that snake, and ever since then it's just been a goal to have one, let alone to be working with one in one of my breeding projects. He's awesome. So he's going to get a nice new cleaned up enclosure, and we're going to get that started right now. Onto the big snakes. The big snakes are in a Freedom breeder. It's an old school Freedom breeder. I bought it used. Once my snakes really started growing, we are in the process of working on a snake building, getting 8-foot enclosures for these big guys. That's coming hopefully in the spring. Same kind of, general idea when it comes to cleaning. The 6-footers in the Freedom breeder versus the 4-foot PVC enclosures. Paper. This is the printless newspaper that I use. Like I said, Amazon. Easy to clean. Give the bin a nice wipe out. Fresh paper, fresh water. Get these guys back in their enclosure. It is breeding season. We're not pulling out the big females tonight. But we are going to clean some boys. So here we go. Our next snake is Stu. He is a albino Burmese python. He is very much an adult. I've had this snake since 2008, 2009, something like that. He was my first snake in my collection. Yes, I've had snakes my whole life with my parents, but when I started my own collection, I got a Burmese python. I raised him, I grew with him, I learned about his husbandry. He's old, he's dirty, he likes to breed, and that is why he is constantly cruising in his cage. He has his windows all smeared up with urates, pee, poop, and he's just a handful. But he's the one that started it all, so we're going to get Stu out here, get him cleaned up, and he usually comes out by himself. We'll see if we can get him to come out here. He's so docile, he's used to being handled. There he is. That's Stu. That's my old man. That's my boy. We're going to get him clean. Might even give him a soak. He has some stuck shed. So we're going to get working on this guy. I've raised this snake since he was a hatchling. And he is puppy dog tame. He's my boy. Aren't you? Alright, let's get him cleaned out.
right, everybody. Well, that's cleaning night here. You saw it here first, BurmDonor pythons. This is just what it takes. This little 15-minute video you're watching took about 3 hours to make, and with cleaning the animals and holding them and getting them out, that's just all part of it. I love what I do. I try to give these guys the cleanest, happiest homes that they could have. I love breeding them. I love the adults. I love the little ones, the females, the big ones, the patterns. I can't pick a favorite, but they're just beautiful. And thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Jeff Schultz, BurmDonor Pythons. Like, subscribe, notification bell. We're going to try to put out a bunch of cool content for 2021, and maybe someday I'll show you the rest of my animals, mammals, all kinds of stuff, lizards. So check us out. Thank you. Be good.